All right. Hello, and welcome to the Soul Alignment channel. Oh, man. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Oh, man. You know what? Today we're going to be talking about being a teacher and a student to life. And a lot of people don't know this or understand it. Like, we are all teachers and students. We are all teachers and students. And everything is a lesson. Like, life is the lesson, and we're forever learning. And I always say, the moment you stop, oh no, I always say, the moment that you think you know everything, you've already failed. So, something that has truly helped me on my journey is having my heart open to learning and growing, no matter what I've been through. Because there's a lesson inside of the lessons. And every moment of every day, we're learning something if our heart is open to learning and growing. And it's life changing. I had a friend of mine ask me, she was like, how did you get to this space of coming to alignment, just this space that you're in now? And I just have to credit it to having my heart open. No matter what I've been through, like just keeping a open heart to learning and growing through my experiences is what really has helped me. And so I want to share a story time, but it's about the lesson inside of the lessons. And it's just how we move through life and things that we experience, things that we may be afraid of, how we don't understand how even that is a lesson in our life, right? So week before last, I had a training that came up for my job. And it was like a last minute training. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll just put it on my calendar. And my manager was apologizing because she was like, I'm sorry it was so last minute. I was like, don't worry about it. It's cool. So the day of the training, I woke up and it was like 55 minutes from my apartment. And when I woke up the next morning, it said 33 minutes. And I was like, okay, is it 55 minutes or is it 33 minutes? So now I'm texting her and I'm like, hey, I just want to make sure that this is the right location. But inside of that, I've also been getting like these synchronicities and signs. And so when I went to look at the library that I was going to, they had 222 comments. And I've been saying 222 on the clock. So everything for me is a sign. Everything, like I'm always learning and growing throughout my day. It's like, okay, what are you trying to talk to me? What are you trying to tell me about this day, about this moment? And so in that moment, I knew that something magical, first of all, was going to happen at this training because the 222 in the comments, it took 22 miles to get there and then the 55 minutes drive. And so when I looked at my map, I realized that I had avoid highway. So I've been somebody who avoid the highway since I've been driving. Like, I hate the highway. And I didn't know until this day why I hated it so much. And like in that moment, I realized me avoiding the highway and me always wanting to take the road the long way. Why? Because that has been my journey. My journey has been very slow, steady, long, a lot of stops, a lot of pauses, a lot of slowing down, going, stopping, you know what I'm saying? Like the red lights, like the signal lights. And so as I'm driving, going to my training, 55 minutes, if I took the road, it was going to be 55 minutes to get there. And I would get there right on time. But if I took the highway, it was going to be 33 minutes and I would get there early. And my soul just prompted me like, hey, stop being in a rush to get places. Because when you take the long way, You get where you're supposed to be right on time. And when you're rushing, you arrive early, so you miss your blessings along the way. You miss the people that you're supposed to meet along your journey because you're trying to rush to get somewhere where it's not time for you to be yet. And there's a lesson in that for so many people. So as I'm driving, I'm talking to my friend and I'm like, man, I just realized why I don't like taking a highway. When you get on the highway, it's so fast paced. Everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's going so fast. I can remember my first time after I got my license getting on the highway for the first time. I was terrified. And I got on at one exit, the next exit I got off, I was like, these people are crazy. I am not getting back up there. And throughout my journey of driving, it has been, I'm not taking a highway. If I can take the long way, I will leave out early to take the long way. But it was in this moment that I realized when you're on the road and you have the stoplights, you have the stop signs, you have to pause, you have to slow down, you get to see the beauty of the area that you're in. You get to see all the different ways to get to places where you need to go. It's not just one way. On this journey of going to this training, I made a couple of wrong turns, but each turn took me to a different place where I still got to where I needed to be on time, but I got to look at the trees changing. I got to see the buildings. I got to see the different roads, the different ways that I can take to get to places. It's like, oh, I know this area, but I don't know this area. I didn't know I can go this way to get there. And that's how life is. That's how the journey is. Like there's so many roads to get to where we're going. And sometimes you're gonna get off track. Sometimes you're gonna take a wrong turn, but you're always gonna end up right where you're supposed to be, right? You're always gonna get back on track. So that's a huge lesson for me because a lot of times I feel like, man, did I do the wrong thing? Did I miss a turn? Did I miss an action that I was supposed to take? Oh my goodness, is that gonna mess me up on my path? And the divine is like, no, we got you. Like you can't mess this up. Pretty much what they're telling me right now is you can't do anything to mess this up. You are right on track. You are right where you're supposed to be. So an example is even with doing these lives and doing these YouTube videos, sometimes I feel like, man, I've been doing this for 2 years now, consistently on and off, more consistent than before. But I'm like, are you sure that this is what you want me to do? Like, and they're like, yes, just keep getting on there and talking. Like, don't worry about all the other things. And it's like, it's this slow and steady process, but that has been my journey, very slow, very steady, a lot of stops, a lot of pauses, a lot of slowing down, a lot of, okay, you can go now. And then I'm on this green light and I'm going. And then I get to this complete stop, right? And it's like, nope, don't do anything. We got you. We need you to just focus on this right now. And I'm like, well, shouldn't I be doing this? Shouldn't I be doing that? And they're like, no, you have done enough. And so when I was taking the long road to get to my training, I was just like, wow, that's why I don't like taking a highway, because my life has not been fast paced. I don't like rushing. I like to really slow down and just enjoy the moment. That is me. That's who I am. I am the road. I am the long journey to where I need to be, where a lot of people are like, no, I'm going to take the highway because it's faster. But then when you get on the highway and you have traffic, that'll slow you down more than, coming to the red light or coming to the stop sign. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about how you view life and how you're seeing the situations. Like in every moment, we really are learning and growing, and everything is a lesson if your heart is open to learning and growing. And so it was like, okay, if I take the highway, I'm going to get there early. And my spiritual team was like, see, that's what we're talking about. On this journey that you're on right now, this path, this new timeline, there is no rushing. We need you to take your time, move slow and steady, because guess what? Everything that we're lining up for you is for you. We need you to be in the right place at the right time. But if you rush it, you're going to miss the in-between, the small blessings, the small miracles that is along the way. So stop being in a hurry to get to where you are destined to be. Be okay with taking the long way. And that was so just powerful for me. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to get there early. I want to be right on time. I want to be right on time for my blessings, right on time for my meetings, for whatever it is that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to be right on time for it. Like and right now, the seasons are changing. And some of the things that I have planned is not lining up with the season. You know what I'm saying? For me being outside, like when it get cold, when it's, you know what I'm saying, it's raining, it's snowing. Ain't nobody gonna be outside to do what I wanna do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right now they're like, no, this ain't the time. Just wait. You know what I'm saying? Write down your ideas, write down your plans, your goals. Where I'm like, no, I gotta do this and I wanna do this right now. And it's like, no, everything is not lined up for that right now. So just be okay with waiting. Like, we got you. It's pretty much what they're saying. We got you. You got this. You gonna get there right on time. So that was a huge lesson. That was so huge. And it was just so profound because I've always been so scared of the highway. Like, I hate it up there. I hate it. My kids know I will take the road the long way every single time. Every single time. Even if I'm late. The only way I get on the highway is if I'm late. I'll get up there. But when I'm up there, like, I'm just getting to a space now where I'm allowing myself to just be like, okay, you're safe. I'm breathing. I'm like, okay, you're safe. Because I had a little anxiety about being up there, but I didn't even know there's so many things tied into that. But that was something that I never thought about. Like, you don't like it up there because you just don't like the fast pace of life, period. So, of course, you're not going to like it on the highway. Of course you're gonna dread it every time you're up there. And then people are just crazy up there. I'm like, they just act like they don't have no sense when they're on the highway. I'm like, goodness, no, I'm not putting my life at risk being up there. But yeah, so that was a really good message. And I just wanted to share that because I was like, I feel like so many people, are so in a rush to get to where they are destined to be. And what you have to realize is it's your destiny. So if it's your destiny, you're going to make it there. But do you want to make it there before your timing? Like, if you make it there before your timing, nothing is going to be aligned. Nothing is going to be right. So we wonder why we have all the chaos and the confusion and just all the things that come with rushing life and rushing our experiences. And not just being present in the moment. Like, really, the beauty and the magic is in the moment, is when you can really be present with your now, right? I'm excited about these things that are coming, but those things they're out there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm right here, so how can I enjoy every moment of my day in the waiting period? Like, how can I make the best of my time? So it's enjoying the little things. Like, now I love going to the park. I love to just, I've been tapping more into my inner child and like going to the park and just swinging. Sometimes I go with my son, sometimes I go by myself. Like, I just, whatever brings me joy is where I'm at now. So they're telling me to wait, and waiting is so challenging. I was telling my niece because we always feel like we have to be doing something, but it comes to a point to where you have done all that you can do, and now you just have to trust that the divine is working on the rest, and just enjoy the process along the way, right? So not waiting with anxiety or just this anticipation of, oh man, I can't wait to this happen, or I can't wait to that happen. It's like enjoying the moments of your day, every moment. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that looks like. If it's watching a movie, if it's hanging out with your kids, even once they get older and they don't really want to hang out with you, they get older and they're doing their own thing. So, whatever it is, if they allow me to and they want to hang out with me, then cool. If they don't, then I'm finding things that bring me joy and doing that. So just really being present in the moment. But understanding that you are a teacher and a student to life, and be okay with learning. Be okay with opening yourself up to, I don't have it all figured out. I thought I knew the answer to that, but oh, is there another way of learning in that area of my life? And that lesson also came up too when I got to the training, because when I got there, of course, I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at the synchronicities, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be magical. And then when I get there in the first beginning of the training, they're talking, and I'm like, y'all brought me here to tell me what I already know. And I was reminded of my own wisdom of, oh, so you think you know everything. You think you got this figured out, right? There is no more learning and growing in your field. And I went to the bathroom and I came back because my spiritual team was like talking to me like, hey, we need you to chill out and just be present. And I'm like, okay. So once I went to the bathroom and I came back, I just reset and I opened my heart to, you know what? There's something for me to learn here. And once I did that, and like the more that the training went on, I was amazed at this new service that they created for me to now do. And I was blown away. The whole time I was there, I was like, oh man, this is so magical. Like, I love this. And it's like they brought the best of both worlds together. And I'm so excited for it. Like, I love it. Absolutely love it. I enjoyed it so much, but even in that, it was like, even I have those moments where I have to check myself and be like, are you serious right now? No, you are going to stop, pause, breathe, bring yourself back to center, back to the present moment, and open your heart to learning and growing in this area. Because I was like, y'all telling me stuff I already know. Like, I already know this. But I was very surprised at the outcome of the training. And then we got to practice on each other to show that we understood everything that we learned. And I haven't had a stretch in rapid tension in a long time. So that was really nice. We got an hour session broken up into sessions. So it was really nice. I really, really enjoyed that. And I'm excited about this new service that they have. So, yes, all of that. So, on my way to going there, like I said, I got to see all the different ways. I got lost twice, got back on track, still got there right on time. So, yes, don't be afraid of taking the long way to where you're going. Yeah. And the lessons that we learn along the way, oh my goodness, the lessons inside of the lessons is it for me. Because it's like you thought you went there to learn one thing, or you thought you was experiencing this thing to, you thought you learned what you needed to learn in that, but inside of that lesson was another lesson. And it's like, this is never going to end. It's never going to end as long as we're breathing. As long as we have the air in our lungs, and we are upright, we are going to be learning and growing. Now, everybody's not open to it. Everybody's heart is not open to that. And we see it. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to learn how to flow with life, and you really want to be in alignment with your soul, your heart has to be open to learning and growing. Allowing and releasing, right? Because you also come to a point in your life and in your journey where you realize there's some things that you have learned, and some things that you're holding on to as a foundation no longer serve you. So you have to be willing to let it go. You have to be willing to release it. So it's all the things. It's all the things. All the things are true. I just found this song. It's called All the Things Are True. I don't know who it's by, but it's a really good song and I really love it. Because it's talking about how you can be worried and excited all at the same time. You know, how you can be angry and happy. Like all that's like it all can exist at the same time. Both things can be true. So this life is very, 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 very interesting. It's very interesting. It's very complex. It's all the things. But as long as your heart is open to the experience and to your journey, yeah, you learn how to flow with life. And so I'm excited. I'm excited just for this time and space. Like, I'm in a space that I've never been in my whole life. And it's the internal work that has been done. It's like the internal changes that has taken place. You know, with the outer parts is like it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's like, man, I'm just so grateful for it all. The good and the bad. The ups and the downs, like all of it. I'm grateful for it all. Because it brought me to this place. It brought me to this version of me. You know what I'm saying? And as heavy as it was sometimes, like when I just sit and appreciate just how I was able to allow my heart to be open throughout all of it, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. So I've really been just doing a lot of celebrating me in this time and space and just saying, okay, now I feel like I kind of got a hold on this thing, like, okay, this is what it is. Because before I was like, no, this ain't how it's supposed to be. If I'm trusting and if I'm in alignment, what? I still have to experience what? I still have to go through the lows? And it's like, yeah, you do. But now I just allow it to come. When it come up, I sit with it. It don't take me weeks, months, years to process what I'm feeling. Like, I'm able to sit with it in the moment. And then I realize too, another lesson I've learned is when I don't, when something comes up and I don't work through it in the moment, right? So I'll give an example, right? I had a situation come up with my daughter and I had some feelings come up that was valid. It was mine. But in the moment, I had to realize that, oh, I have to put those on the side right now because I need to be here for her, right? And then a couple of days later, I didn't go back to what came up for me. I didn't process it. So then a couple of days later, when I blew up, and I hadn't blew up in months, I was like, oh, I haven't experienced that version of me in months. I was excited, but then I was also a little disappointed because I was like, wait, hold up, what's going on? But then I realized, like, oh, that's right, you didn't process those feelings that came up. So now they're showing up this way. They're showing up with you crashing out a little bit. So, you know, I'm being okay with the crash outs. I'm being okay with just recognizing in that moment, like not judging myself or beating myself up, just really being like, okay, this is what it is. Let's go sit down and process this because we don't want this showing up in this way again, you know? So that's really what it's about. That's what the alignment is about. That's what being in alignment looks like. It looks like you're still gonna have your days. Everything is not perfect. You weren't meant to be perfect. You're not looking for perfection. You're just allowing yourself to have the experiences, right? Not being consumed by the things, just allowing it to be what it is. And when it sucks, say it sucks. You know what I'm saying? When it's heavy, say it's heavy. When there's some bullshit, say it's some bullshit. Like, that's a bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That hurt me. Like, it's calling a thing and allowing yourself to heal, process, release. Like, call it what it is. Don't let your ego get you tripped up and have you stuck. Having your feelings consuming you and taking over. No. It's so much freedom in true alignment and understanding the flow of life. It's just like the seasons changing. Like, let me tell you, nature is our greatest teacher. Nature is our greatest teacher. Like, I've always been taken to nature and how things are out there when it comes to my life and when I'm struggling with things. You know, like when it came to if I was supposed to be vegan or not vegan. I really struggle with that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just shown when you look at the animals, there are some animals that eat meat and some animals don't. It's the same thing with humans. You know what I'm saying? Do what works for you and be okay with that. People who are in alignment, you're going to always know. I keep saying it. People who are in alignment are not going to try to make you feel bad about your choices. They're not going to try to convince you that their way is the only way. They're not. People who do that are out of alignment. And that's a fact. Because when you're in alignment, you already know there is no convincing anybody of anything. You allow people to have their experiences because it's their journey. And what works for one person doesn't always work for the next or works for everybody else. It's not a cookie cutter life. It's not a cookie cutter journey for everybody. Everything don't look the same. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have to get into alignment and trust your soul and where your soul is leading and guiding you to. Because now for me, it's, listening to my body. That journey and that experience allowed me to go within myself and really listen to me and my body and what works for me. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm paying attention when I eat certain stuff. Like, I don't like the way that make me feel. Talking to my body. Show me what aligns with you at this time. You know what I'm saying? And trusting that process. So it is like, for me, I'm all about just true freedom. And there is no greater freedom than the freedom within yourself. The freedom within your mind. Right? Yes. So we're all teachers and students. And you just have to know when it's time to show up as which one. And that can be very challenging sometimes, especially if you think you know everything. If you think you know everything, then you always won't have your teacher hat on and you don't allow yourself to be a student. But we're teachers and students of this life and to each other. We're always learning and growing. We're always learning. Every time you meet somebody, they have something for you and you have something for them. Always. Always. So, yeah. I've been waiting to go live and talk about this because I was just blown away about the lessons inside of the lessons for me not getting on the highway and loving to take the long way to where I'm going. And I've always gotten a lot of, I always got a lot of, oh, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Goodness. I want to say slack, but I don't think it's not slack. But like people always got on me about not taking the highway. Why are you going the long way? Like I've always gotten chewed out about that, but I'm like, because I don't like the highway. I just don't. But it was so much deeper than me just not liking the highway. It was like, no, I just don't like things being fast and just rushing to get to nowhere. I always say, you're rushing to get to nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever you're going, that place is going to be there when you get there. But if you get in an accident or if you get pulled over by the police, you're still delayed. So what are you rushing for? You know what I'm saying? And if something happened to you along the way, the place that you're rushing to get to, if that's your job, that place still gonna be there. And they're still gonna be doing what they do if you're not here. So why are you rushing? Slow down. Slow down. Slow down on the roads and slow down in your life. Because there are so many people who are rushing through life and they're missing the magic of their experience. Slow down and smell the roses. Stop and just appreciate you for where you are and how much you have overcome. It doesn't matter if it don't look how you want it to look in this present moment, all the things that you want or all the things that you feel like you need. It don't matter if you don't have it. Like, look at how much you have overcome and where you are now. And I guarantee you, when you stop and you start to look and you start to reflect on those things, you'll see like, oh, wow, I used to be this way, but look at me now. You know what I'm saying? Or I used to struggle with this thing, and now I no longer struggle with that. You know, so stopping and smelling the roses of your life. Give yourself your flowers now for how much you have endured and overcame. And the fact that you're just still here right now. Give yourself credit. Yeah, for me, for so long, I felt like it was supposed to be perfect. But man, once I dismantled that illusion of perfection, my life changed. I was like, oh, wait, I'm not supposed to be perfect. I can mess up. I can make mistakes. Oh, I can get angry. You know, the stuff that we judge ourselves for, the stuff that we're so hard on ourselves about, man, it's crazy. And I know because I lived it. I lived it. And it's like now, when I get angry, I'm like, no, it was valid. Oh, that was valid. Why I'm angry is my question. Because sometimes the layers are a little deeper than what meets the surface, right? So it's like really going a little deeper. Another good lesson that I've learned as far as healing is you don't have to go digging up what you need to heal from. It's going to come up. It's going to come up. When you're ready, it's going to come up. It's you having the wisdom and the understanding to be like, oh, okay, this is coming up for a reason. Let me sit with it. Let me just be there with it versus suppressing or shoving it back down. Like, nah, I ain't gonna deal with that right now. You know, time will bring it up for you when you're ready. I believe that when you're ready, what you need to heal from comes up. We don't have to go digging for it. So that's something that I've learned on my journey. And yeah, just processing it and understanding that is healing happens in layers. So you could have faced that thing one time and then it comes up again and you're like, I already dealt with that. What are we doing? But it's something else that you need to work through in that area. So, but yeah, I am a student and a teacher to this life. And that is what has helped me to just come to this place of allowing, releasing, and accepting things for what they are. Is having my heart open to learning and growing, to being a teacher and a student to life. Yep. That's it. And that is it. That is what alignment looks like. It looks like you knowing that you're a teacher and a student. And I'm going to say it again. The moment that you think you know everything, you've already failed. The moment you think you know everything, you already failed. And that's a fact. I've thought I knew many things. I thought that this is the way it was supposed to be on many occasions. And I'm telling you, yeah, the divine had other plans. Like, we gonna shake this up. Cause nah, that ain't it. That ain't for you. That is not in alignment with your soul's mission. So we need you to let that go. And it don't matter like what it was on my journey. When it was time to let go, I let it go. And people always looked at me like, you crazy. Wait, what? They said what? They showed you what? And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's what they showed me. And I'm gonna let it go. So I've always been just a free spirit in that aspect of, I'm going down this path because I was guided here. But once I'm to the point where it's time for me to exit and my soul shows me, I'm not holding on to wait. I prayed about this. You told me to come here and now you're telling me this? Nah, I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta let that go now. On to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? And with everything, it just brought me back to a deeper understanding of all of our souls come here to experience life different. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a deeper understanding of myself and of others. So because I've been able to respect my own journey, respect my path, the standards that I've held for myself, I've been able to hold that for others. So it don't matter where you at on your journey. I respect you as a person. It don't have to look how my journey looks for us to have a connection or be able to talk or be able to, you know what I'm saying, experience each other. Um, I have respect for you and where you at. You have respect for me where I'm at. And we coexist. And that's really how life is supposed to look. It's not trying to convince people that they're wrong or that what they're doing is not of God or whatever. Like all the things that people say to cause division in between us, like that ain't it. It's allowing these people to have the experience because that's what they came here to experience. And when you are grounded and secure in who you are as a person in your journey, and you understand that, like, you're not out here trying to convince people that what they're doing is wrong. You hold space, you share your journey, you share your experiences. They do the same. Y'all learning from each other, teacher and student, right? And you take what resonates for you or what resonates to you, and what don't, you leave it. Like, it is what it is. It ain't about making a person feel bad. It's like, nah, that don't align with me. And if they're secure in their journey, it's not going to be an issue. There would be no bad blood. There would be no chaos, no confusion. It's just like, oh, okay, you know. So I've had a lot of that on my journey, and it just really helped me to see that that's what true alignment looks like, right? Because when I came out of Christianity, and I still had friends who were Christians, like the way that we respect each other. Like, I can share my experiences in my journey, and I'm pretty sure sometimes they probably was like, that's crazy. That don't align with my morals or whatever. And I'm pretty sure they've had plenty moments like that with me. But they never made me feel bad about where I was on my journey. And I will always like just value that so much. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep saying it all the time. Like, there's no greater gift than to truly be seen and heard. Like, there's no greater gift than that. And you know, to see somebody, it ain't talking about seeing the physical. It's talking about seeing the heart and the soul of a person. There's nothing greater than that. So, yeah, I've met a lot of beautiful souls along my journey. And I've seen what it looked like for people who were not in alignment, who were very judgmental, who was quick to, cut me off and say she has lost her mind. I've met those people too. So it's like, you have the good and the bad experiences, but don't let them define you. Don't let them define you. You define you. You choose you. And keep your heart open to learning and growing. Like, keep your heart open. That's the key. She asked me what was the key to alignment. That's the key. It's having your heart open. Yep. Because as long as your heart is open, guess what? Change happens. You allow the beauty of this life to enter and begin to see it in all of the things, even the chaos and the dark. Yeah, you get to see it. Like, you just get to see the beauty in all of it, and just have a better understanding or understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? The things that's out of your control is out of your control. You know what I'm saying? But you don't let that stuff consume you or define you. So that's it. I'm going to get off of here. But I enjoy this. I wanted to share that because, yeah, I was like, wow, the lesson of the highway and taking the long way. If you go the fast way, you're going to get to where you're supposed to be too early. And then when you get there, you're going to be looking like, what is this? Because nothing is going to be aligned. Because you rushed to get there. And the divine was like saying, slow down now. Oh, you were supposed to stop back there and be there for however long. And you passed go before you were supposed to. You ran the red light. Like, there's so many lessons, just even when you're driving. Like, how many times my kids, they laugh at me because they be like, who slows down for the yellow light? I was like, that's what you're supposed to do. And they always laughing at me because they're like, you started slowing down. I said, because I was looking at the signs, the numbers started to go down. I know the light is about to change, so I'm slowing down because the light is about to change. And they're like, Mom, you could have went through that yellow light. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's funny just how we all think different, but everything is a lesson for me. So and sometimes I think I try to prepare myself and be a little ahead of the thing. So it's like, no, I saw the ticker time going down on the on the red light, so I'm gonna slow down because the light's about to change. And sometimes it's so funny because sometimes the time run out, but the light stay green. So then I done slow down for a green light, and they're cracking up laughing. So it's the moments in all the lessons. So it's like sometimes you know what I'm saying? You have that leeway to keep going when the time has, come to an end on the timer. You still get to go. But, there are so many lessons just in the little things. And we just have to slow down and enjoy them and have our heart open to learning. So that's it. But I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Peace, love, and light. And I'll see y'all next time.